What's up, nerd family? Welcome once again to the Poindexter Lounge. My name is Enosh, and it is great to have you in the lounge with me today. Now, if this is your first time to the lounge, just know that the Poindexter Lounge is a place for nerds. It's a place where you and me can get together and talk about all the things that we love, things like TV shows, movies, games, sci-fi, fantasy, comic books, superheroes, toys, and so much more. And if those are things that get you excited, then hey, you found the right place. So we would love it if you would subscribe and be a part of what we do here at the lounge, and also hit that notification bell. That's for you, so that you know when we do stuff, put out videos, and do our live streams. Now, today I come to you with a little tidbit of news. You all know it's no secret that I am a fan of Kevin Smith's Masters of the Universe Revelation series. I know it was very controversial. There are people who just really either love it or they really hate it. And we have discussed it many times on our panel discussions. I invite you to check out some of those. You can find those here on the channel. That we've had all points of view, because that's what we welcome here at the channel. We welcome all points of view. Now, I got my own point of view, and you can have your own point of view. But hey, we can fist bump at the end of the day and go our separate ways. But I really like the show, and I think that the show really takes from the lore of Masters of the Universe. It goes beyond just what we watched as kids, just Skeletor and He-Man duking it out, for a half hour every day, and He-Man always wins. It was a great show that showed what if the villain won. Now, there's this news article, because there's been a lot of discussion about, like, will they do a second season? What's going to happen? Well, I can tell you this. The website foreternia.com posted this the other day, and that is: Kevin Smith still has his fingers crossed for another season of Masters of the Universe Revelation. It says Masters of the Universe Revelation showrunner Kevin Smith took to Twitter yesterday to celebrate Netflix's creative studios team's win of a Bronze Clio Award for their spectacular Revelation teaser trailer released last year. When Kevin congratulated the Netflix team and thanked foreternia.com for keeping him up to date with current news involving the series, they said thank you. He finished the tweet with the following statement: "Fingers crossed, still for another season." And then you can see here the actual post itself. Now, as they say, it's exciting to hear that a follow-up to Masters of the Universe Revelation is not dead, and neither is Kevin Smith's involvement. Of course, there has been some suspicion already that, based on a recent interview with producer Ted Biaselli and recent job openings at Powerhouse Animation Studios, that the sequel to Revelation is possibly already in the works, and Netflix and Mattel are just waiting for the most opportune time to announce it. Hopefully, those suspicions turn out to be true, and we'll get an official announcement soon. Now, this is good news for me. Look, if you didn't like the series, I get it. It was different. It was something absolutely different. Now, as a Superman fan, I look at it as what happened after the death of Superman. This is going to be spoilers a little bit for Masters of the Universe Revelation. But, He-Man dies. He-Man dies. And so people felt like, well, it's not a He-Man story. He-Man's not there. He-Man's not there. When I started collecting comics, it was actually at the death of Superman's storyline. I had a few comics here and there before that, but I started collecting comics at the death of Superman storyline. For almost a year, Superman himself wasn't in those comics. You had the story of the reign of the Superman. You had death. At first you had the death and the burial and everything. And then almost a year, no actual Superman. But his spirit was absolutely felt in every page of those comics, in every word that was said, in that entire storyline. As it progressed for those next few months, Superman was there, and it dealt with the issue of who Superman is, how people relate to Superman, why the world needs a Superman. Now, relate that to Revelation, for example. Yes, He-Man dies, but you have this magical world of Eternia that needed He-Man, that needed its champion, needed its hero. And when the hero was gone, that whole world fell into chaos, and the magic was gone. And the whole point was we have to get that magic back. Now, look, we can always debate on different things. There was a lot of things said about the show that just weren't true. There were accusations made about, Tila replacing He-Man and all these things. I knew from being a kid who watched a lot of He-Man and I also studied the lore. I have deep dived those things. I mean, I even have this right here, as I've shared many times on the channel. This is the mini comic collection. I'll tell you what, there's so many things that you can learn by reading some of these stories, and that went beyond just what was even on the cartoon. But in the cartoon, in episode 6 of the original cartoon, it was implied that Tila would one day be the sorceress, that the sorceress was her mother. And so when this started, I saw what was coming. I saw what was happening right away. And I knew that we were going to be getting that story. So when I saw people talking about, oh, she's going to replace He Man, no, I knew that that wasn't going to be the case. Um, Look, it's not perfect. There are absolutely some issues. There are issues here and there, but it's a beautiful show. I mean, it looks spectacular. I wish that they would have put out all of the episodes at once so that it could have maybe got ahead of some of the negativity that came with releasing it in two parts. But nonetheless, I thought it did a really great job. It had a great cliffhanger at the end and teased Hordak. And I'm really, really hoping that we get it. I've loved all the figures, all the toys. You guys know I'm a toy guy. I have loved all the figures. I have loved all the things that went around with it. Even so much right now, as our giveaway for anyone who becomes a patron or a member of the channel or gives super chats during our live streams, we're giving away a box of Skelegod Now I Have the Power Crunch. And it actually comes with a little minifigure. And you know what? The cereal's still good. It's still sealed in there and it's still good till November. So you can get in on that. But I love Masters of the Universe. I love He-Man. I love uh that lore. I'm looking here at all kinds of Masters of the Universe figures that I have here in the studio. And it's been something that's been a part of my life since I was a young kid. I mean, like right back here, I've got my Castle Grayskull and Snake Mountain. And I really hope that there's going to be a season 2 of this. Now, I will tell you this. I have talked to a few different people. One of the great things about where we're kind of at right now as a channel is I've had people reach out to me. I've had people talk to me about things, and I've heard rumblings about a season 2 actually coming to fruition. So, I mean, time will tell. We'll have to wait and see. But I'm very, very interested in seeing a season 2. I wanna see where they go with it. I wanna see how now He-Man, after he's learned the things that he's learned, and now we have Tila stepping in as the sorceress. How is that relationship going to work? Now the sorceress can go outside of the castle, which is a great, addition to that story. We've seen Preternia. We've seen, the heroes and where they go and what they do. So much of this series opened up things that were mysteries to us before. And so, that being said, I'm really looking forward to a season 2 to get deeper into that, to bring Hordak in. Hopefully, they're able to work out the legal ramifications. I know there were some crazy legal ramifications regarding She-Ra, but it'd be great to see She-Ra in this. And of course, I would love to see more of Mark Hamill as Skeletor. Um, like I said, the design of this show was great. It felt so just awesome to watch and to see what they were doing. Now, you may have a completely different view, and I would love to hear your view. So, look, if you have a different view, please leave a comment down in the comment section. Just be nice about it, right? Just be respectful about it. It's the internet, I know, but this is something that people are very, very passionate about. So I do get it. I do understand. But, leave a comment down in the comment section. Let me know what you think about it. I would love to hear what your thoughts are, especially if you're new to the channel and you know what, you've never, been on one of our live streams or heard my take on some of these things. Please, please, please leave leave that comment. As always, I want to thank all of our supporters here at the channel, to all the patrons. Thank you guys so much for all that you do and for keeping the lights here on. And of course, memberships. We have memberships, and it's as little as $2 for membership and as little as $1 to join the Patreon. And you guys are just awesome. And so I know a lot of you guys are He-Man fans just like me, and I would love to hear from you guys. Like, did you like this? Are you maybe enjoying the new kids version? You know, There's the new kids version of a show. I would love to hear from you about that. That show, that goes to show you that like not everything is for everybody. That show just wasn't for me. I've tried to watch it. It just wasn't really something that I was really interested in. But that's okay. That's okay. We don't have to like everything. And I just encourage you to know that everything that's like that isn't necessarily like ruining your childhood or ruining the thing. It's just new stories. It's new stories. It's new things that maybe you haven't heard before, you haven't seen before, and it opens up for some new things to be told. That being said, hey, don't forget the Poindexter Pantheon. All week long, we've got new shows, new people doing new things, and you can check out all of these right here. This is our new list. Mondays, you got Sci-Fi Center presents deep dive into comic books. You got 10 Forward talking about Star Trek and food with Brian Master of None. Tuesdays and Thursdays, you got Jiving with Jack, all kinds of pop culture stuff. Every other Wednesday, we got The Greatest People I've Ever Met, which is a great series with Austin Lean. On Fridays, we got the Sci-Fi Center live covering all kinds of events and things like that. We had the creators of the Trauma Enterprise here a few weeks ago, so you never know what's going to come on there. On Saturdays at 9 p.m., you got To the Max with Mad Max the Mandalorian, covering movies, music, games, and more. And then, of course, usually daily, you can find me right here on the overnight show. And we've got a lot more to come. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section about Masters of the Universe. Do you want to see a season 2? Or are you just kind of done with it? You just want to see it go away? I definitely want to hear from you. Until next time, stay nerdy.